Yeah, thanks, Baha. September 7, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Hey, Spazzles, how you doing, man? Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgelord. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgelord, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no doubt the facts in this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgelord. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down in the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. Is this a diagram of what we're supposed to do with Miss, like, Screwdriver Bottom? I mean, it's starting to look very not safe for work already. The body was found by the window here. And the cause of death. Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was the thinker, found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough weapon to be deadly weapon. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. And he's still calling it a statue. I mean, there's no clock in it, so it's not a clock. The murder scene, the Fey co-law officers. Okay. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence. She did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradiction to witness testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. As soon as the phone call came, I rushed the scene.
Hold it!
Hold it! Who did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal. Don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue. There are already 2 people there.
Hold it!
Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took? Between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime. Right, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Hold it!
Hold it!
Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you 2 stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. I don't know what he's thinking about our suspicious hair. She's pretty unmistakable. Should pick my points to press with a little more care. No, you said hold everything. Immediately, I arrested Miss Fey. Hold it! Why is that? What's your reason? Why, we had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Hold it! Hold on just a second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it. Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. His knuckles. Watch his knuckles when he presses down on the table. How do you work out your knuckles? I mean, I don't want big knuckles like that. I'm just curious. Exactly what is suspicious about this woman Pink's claim was hard evidence. Or was she holding some hard evidence in her hand? What? Miss May isn't suspicious. She sure isn't Pink, pal. Could be arthritis? Ah, there you go. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough. Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Can you press this statement? I want to press this statement. Yes! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor. Sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Yeah, Dick's going hard from thinking because all the blood is circulating through his brain. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Lab test results showed the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Whoa, did she tell you that it was the killer's name? No, because she was dead. Hey, you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. A judge is allowed to ask questions like this. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know, I'm real embarrassed, but I forgot about it, Your Honor. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. We just press everything? That's the plan? After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes.
Hold it!
Hold it! And did you find any evidence? Now, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen. I'm getting to the good part. bad feeling about this. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the body's victim. I just wanted, just out of curiosity. Hold it! Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Oh, then who did write it, Smarty Pants? Who? I did. Wait, what? What did you? The killer. But if the killer wrote it, and it is her, she wrote a note for herself? No, I'm sure it's someone else. You're eating the worst peach ever. Miss May, I don't want to pick one of these. Yeah, let's go with the killer. The killer. Anyone can see that. Oh. You're saying the killer wrote her own name, buddy? Please. She was framed. Objection! Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? That's not how the legal system works. I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. The word Maya was written clearly in blood. I don't know, if this is Japan, why are they all speaking English? And why are they not Japanese? Hold it! Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. He sounded pretty confident. This might not be good. Lab test showed the blood was the victim's. That doesn't show she wrote it. That shows that it was written in her blood. What kind of tests were these again? Huh? What kind? Well, here they take the little bits in the blood, the Hobgoblins, Hobgoblin Bobbin, Baggins, Bilbo. Throw a ring away. I refuse to test around this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation, as should you. Oh, that was a mess. Right, where was I? Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Hold it! On which hand was the bloody finger, detective? Ooh, this could be good. Do we know if Mia's left or right-handed? When we went out for dinner after the last case and celebrated, can we remember what if she's left or right-handed? The right hand. She was right-handed. No, she was sitting on her left and she leaned over herself. Ha ha ha! Nice try. Guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Oh, that's why it was a right-handed screwdriver. Gotcha. You know, these newfangled screwdrivers you can use in your left or your right hand. They cost a little bit extra though. Limited colours on the handles too. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. We already pressed this one, but I'm doing it again. Hold it!
Hold it!
Detective Gumshoe. Do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure. Happens all the time in books and the movies. This isn't a movie, or a book, or a vidget. This isn't a book or a movie, detective. Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? Oh my god. I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister. Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal.
Objection!
Objection! Stop right there! Stop right there! The witness' opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. Yeah, but she's only accused because you're accusing her. The victim told us the name of her killer. No, that's not a fact. The victim told us the name of her sister. Order! Order! That didn't go so well. But that's right. What he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. I suppose if you press everything... I'm surprised we're allowed to press it again. Found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab tests showed blood was victim's. Also, was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, victim wrote killer's name. Okay. After securing scene, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. Let's have a look in the stuff. Okay. How did he... Okay. He hasn't been able to do a good examination because... the victim's body was here, right? And yeah, paper, whatever, but there's shadow. Because the light's broken. So how could he see properly?
Objection!
Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? Really? Objection overruled. Trying to think... But I did! How was he supposed to see if there was no light in the room? Death was instantaneous.
Objection!
Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. But what? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. Bang! She died immediately! But... no butting your way out of this one, Detective. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down.
Objection!
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? I forget. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I don't know. I'm sorry, I forgot. Huh, forgot, you say. It was the day after the murder, Your Honor, sir. I was the one who handed it to him myself, personally. Alright, yeah, I remember now. The prosecution's point being... that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning, conveniently. No way. Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine the victim did have time to write mine. That is all. I see. Why, Mr. Wright? You look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgelord. Mr. Edgelord, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will. The evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. He doesn't sound happy about it. Okay, Mia's autopsy report. Died from a blow by a blunt object. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. I think we just got jerked. Damn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? The bits that are still back at the plastic surgery that she didn't want anymore. Witness, what is your name, please? April May, at your service. Wait, did she just jiggle at him? Order. Introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. Okay, the witness will refrain from wanton winking. Oh, yes, Your Honor. He's already captured the heart of every man. No. I mean, you're a lawyer, not a biologist. That's not their heart she's captured. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5 when the murder occurred? Gee, I was like, in my hotel room. Tee-hee, jiggle jiggle. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. it was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Jiggle, 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 wink, wink. Well, Your Honor. I see. It is remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait! Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite... firm. Didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques very well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes. Gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Only because I have a feeling Edgelord doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well. You may begin. Alright, Bob, bye. See you soon, man. It was like 9 at night, and I looked out the window, you know? I don't think we're going to press this one. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Hold it!
Hold it!
How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. No, I question that. No, he's not right. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. I don't know why she's doing that with her hands, Cam. she's like ready to fight. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning of this? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this. I mean... Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis. Except her. I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. Look at your hair! However, the witness testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? Wink. That was a wink. I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor, jiggle jiggle. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Wink. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statue-y clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? tee. I only wish you'd been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. The victim, the woman, dodged first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. See, I'm still thinking about the thing that's like, how could they have seen? Clock, kind of statue clock, the thinker, I think. Where did this weapon come from? She picked it up from the desk. I see. What sort of weapon was it? That clock, the kind of statuary clock. The thinker, I think. You know, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? Oh. Oh. Space. Alright, see you later, man. The statuary clock. Previous testimony must have been what Edgeworth wanted her to say. So this was the testimony in her own words. Time to press and squeeze the truth out of her. Figuratively, of course. Press and squeeze. You saw me then, too. Of course. I'd remember that spiky hair anyway. Witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Oh, was I a bad girl? I'm sorry. Very well. Continue. Is that right, as in you're right, as you looked in the hotel? Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right, it was my right hand. Oh, that's what she's doing. Knife and fork. Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. And the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes. That's what you... I mean, that's what she said? That's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun. What happened then? She hit her with a weapon. I saw it. Where did this weapon come from? She picked it up from the desk. I see. What sort of weapon was it? The clock. The kind of statuary clock. The thinker, I think.
Hold it!
A clock. Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have been feeling under something now. I don't. A clock. Okay, we pressed everything. Losing to a shot, so we get 3 fakes at it. Alright, well. See her, right? Oh, hang on. Maybe. I saw everything. With no lights on in the room, you saw everything.
Objection!
Objection, you missed the start. That statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Okay then. Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. Yeah, being able to see everything at night in a room with no lights on. After... Okay, and hit her after we were out of sight. That's the only other one I could possibly think of is...
Objection!
Witness statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Did I save at the junction? Yeah, I saved at all of them. It came up and asked me every time. Ah, I must be on the wrong track. She hit her on the head with a weapon. I saw what I did. Alright, so let's have a look. I'll present to you my attorney badge. Okay, we saw everything. Didn't work. Dodged. Oh yeah, I'm an attorney. I claim that's a lie, therefore it's a lie. Easy win. Where's the I got nothing option? Alright, press again.
Hold it!
She remembers the hair everywhere. Jiggles, boobs. Very well, continue. One dodged.
Hold it!
Nothing. Right hand, irrelevant.
Hold it!
How convenient to remember the clothes. Hair was up in a bun. She hit her with a weapon.
Hold it!
Where did the weapon come from? She picked it up from the desk. Oh, kind of statuary clock, I think, right there. No, picked it up from the desk. Where did the weapon come from? It came from here.
Objection!
This is clear reveals contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are that evidence the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? They are. She picked up from the desk. She couldn't have seen the desk. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. That's enough. This court seems no reason to further prolong the trial. The defense has failed to give the court sufficient reason to doubt the prosecution's claim. This court finds the defendant, Miss Mayfair, guilty. Oh, that's a shame. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at higher court within a month from today's date. This is all. This court is adjourned. Oh wait, we have to do that again? We can't go on to the next trial? Oh. Okay. Press the statements. We pressed all the statements. We said that was fine. And her hair was done up in a bun. Wait. Go back, like. It's a thinker. Yeah, this is where I had no idea what I was doing. I'm just looking through the thing for what the correct answer is. Okay, so I think I showed her the weapon here. But I didn't go to show her the weapon here. Because I'd already shown her the weapon.
Objection!
Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer. You said this statue of the Thinker was a clock? But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Ooh.
Objection!
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
Objection!
But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only one. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Whew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh. What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my questions. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... Because I heard it. Yes, I heard it say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Fay and Co. No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Fay and Co, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? Nope. No, Your Honor. I'm not satisfied because... it couldn't have run. Your Honor, members of the court, it's inconceivable the clock in question rang. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly... Just take a look right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? As the defense says, this clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? As you can see, the clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat, thick liar. Fat? Well, Miss May. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty somehow. He knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, and you say it can't ring. However, we must ask when the clockwork was removed. If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof, if you like so much. The evidence that proves the clockwork removed is... a phone call.
Take that!
Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. You have a girly phone. Wait. This isn't my phone. Listen. This is a defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. The defendant's cell phone. This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. Rumble. A good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. Beep. So you want me to hold onto the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5, 9:27 a.m. Beep. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded, which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Twitch. Jiggle, jiggle. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, Jiggle, I forgot. Wink. The witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness has not seen the clock before. We present the clock itself, that the clock is its own evidence?
Take that!
It's simple. This clock was never in any store. Ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, whoa. Oh. Excuse is not on sale today. Oh, he's on fire. That's highly inappropriate. Wow, she went angry. She's gone all Jerry Springer fan. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Or of each other. This is a court of law and the witness will remain calm and in her clothes. Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Teehee, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Wink, wink. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know this weapon was a clock? Oh, she's gone Jerry Springer again. Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... the witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known the Tinkerer was a clock. I can show you the proof. This is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me the evidence proving the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Phone tap.
Take that!
Have a look at this. This is a piece of evidence that we've been holding on to. That could have literally come from anywhere because no policeman tagged it or bagged it or did anything with it. And we're going to claim that we got it from her hotel. And I'm going to put my own foot in it. I found this in Miss May's room. I'm a lawyer, so it's true. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim. Miss Mia Fay's phone, were you not? Ooh, objection! Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. We just proved it. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is the same proof we'd already given that the weapon was a clock. We literally just handed this in like 30 seconds ago.
Take that!
It was the thing we used to tell you that there was no guts in the clock anymore. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Beep. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want to hold on for me. Again, what is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the Thinker. It tells you the time. Yeah, this bit's a bit weird because, like, that was the whole thing. It was a clock. She knew it was a clock. It held the time in it. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the Tinker was a clock. Except you couldn't remember that you'd also listened to the part where they'd emptied it and it wouldn't make a sound. Am I wrong? Hey.
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. She seems amused to you. The defense demands an answer. La. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You, lawyer. Twitch, jiggle, wink. It's no fair, all of you gangbanging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Or you did it? Did she do it? Why did she do it? I don't think she did it. You did it, didn't you? Yeah, YOLO. What is it, you little shrimp? Talk to me in that tone of voice, will you? You killed her, didn't you? Order. There will be order. What? How can you possibly say that? Are you mad? All I did was a little wiretapping. Oops. So you admit you tapped her phone. But wait. I didn't do anything bad like murder. I'm a good girl. Really? Can you prove it? No way she can prove she's a good girl. You think you're so smart, Mr. Lawyer. I can prove it, and I will. You can't be serious, no way. Way? I say way. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious. Mr. Lawyer, I can point to the bad guy 4 times at the same time. Humph. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from the sweet bellboy. Room service. Yeah, iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee. Ice coffee. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Think I'm making this up? Asked the bellboy, wink, wink. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. Now where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fay, commit murder. No way we can win unless we tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, how does the defense have anything to say? Well... I mean, she probably did just have... unless she's complete up bluffing, she probably did have the bellboy there. In which case, that doesn't help us. We could continue examining, but I can't see that helping us either. Unless the bellboy just straight up says no, he wasn't there. The fence would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunken quite low enough already.
Objection!
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognise that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. I don't know. Hey, Nanny Scratch, happy Monday. I don't know if this is how law works. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Miss Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Well, I mean, give up and have her found guilty, or accept the condition and maybe win. Alright, I've got nothing to lose. Except to play trial and error again. Understand. Whatever. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Really? He brought the tray? Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. Now, tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. I am head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, I will be finished. Again. Received a call after 8 in the evening from Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot. And if he did, maybe she was at the door and didn't see the murder. No longer have a time on that. Okay. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot. It's going to say 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed the details several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. Time of the murder. Okay. Hold it!
Hold it!
Precisely 9, then. Precisely. Exactly. And most definitely 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee-hee, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9? Something like that, sir. Therefore I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would she be particular about the time? Was anyone else in the room? Hold it! You're sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. As in, so very. Absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism, isn't it? How come you're so very, sir? When I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favoured me with an embrasser, sir. Embrasser. Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanour, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Yes, there is. Is that it? Tisk, tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. Witness may leave the stand. Wait, why can't I do the cross-examination? For a test, yeah. Wait! Please wait! Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question.
Objection!
Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. And now, Mr. Edgeworth. Edgelord. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question, that is all. Okay. This is really it. Now this is my last chance. What to ask him about? Checking is irrelevant. Unless there's two people, and we can say the other one murdered. Room service, maybe. No, we've already spoken about the room service. The bed making. I was thinking about that. We made lots of jokes about getting in the bed. No, 50-50. Check in bed making. Check in bed making. Bed making. Tell me about making beds that day. I was wondering what you were going to ask, but bed making, and you low. Now, Mr. Edgelord. The witness will answer the defense's question. Yes, well, it was quite like any other day's bed making. I changed the sheets, the pillowcases, and then I proceeded to make the bed. I had to bring pillows for two, of course, but they're quite light, you see. I see. Thank you. Pillows for two. Bellboy, what did you just say? Yes, pillows are light, sir. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room?
Objection!
I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. It's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yeah, well, quite. Indeed. It was the good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oof. Mr. Edgelord, what are you going to say? You fool! I've done it. I've won. April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct? Yes, sir. And when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgelord? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oh. Your Honor. As has been previously revealed, Miss May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has the alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. No, my, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Oof. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. September 7, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Mr. Wright, you're amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. I was just doing my job, you know. And again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. That face of his, with his eyes wide, trembling lips, sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? Oh, that man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. Have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Yes. Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise. I'm counting on you. Yeah, what's happening to you? You go back to jail. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. Now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center. It's up to me to set her free.